Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while. I have been missing because basically I haven't bought a lot of new products recently, so I had nothing to review. So today we're just going to dive back into some old favourites. When I say old favourites, I mean my Nomad palette, because this one just brings me happiness with its colour story. So let's do that. So like I say guys, I mean it's been a little while just because I literally haven't had anything new to review. I have done 2 lives on my channel, so please do look out for those if you want to join in the chat when I do a live stream. I do usually post it on my Instagram stories as well if you don't want to miss out, so I do have my Instagram linked on my link tree down below. Why do I not have a brush to blend this out? So basically the reason that I haven't been filming is because when I don't have anything new to review, if I go back to something a lot older, like for example the palette that I'm going to be using today, or do more of a tutorial type look rather than reviewing the new, I don't often get a lot of interaction with that, a lot of views, and I put a lot of time and effort into the editing, the filming and all of that, and then it kind of just flops because generally the algorithm on YouTube, it's not great if you are using something that is older, as you'll probably see from the views of this video. However, having said that, I missed you guys and I wanted to give you something to watch just in case you want me on in the background and you're doing something like painting your nails, that type of thing. I mean, that's what I do. I put something on in the background when I'm doing my nails. Speaking of nails, I actually need to do them again because they're growing out and looking a bit gross now. I'm not going to be linking everything that I'm wearing in today's video. I will link the palette that I'm using down below because I love Nomad Cosmetics with a passion. If you didn't already know, they are a US based indie brand and this palette is one of my favourites from them. This is the, what is its actual technical name? Paradise Islands palette, and it just brings me happiness. We haven't still got the best weather in the UK at the moment and I'm ready for some warm weather and some sun, and this is the colour story that I think of when I want something tropical, vibrant, sunny, summer type of vibe. So we're going to be playing with this today. Definitely want to use some green in this. The corals are also calling to me, so we'll see what we do. So we don't have a lot of depth in this palette, but the depth that we do have is with this deeper green. And of course, I love green eyeshadow, so I'm going to be starting out with that one toward the outer corner because when I'm diving back into colourful makeup again, and I haven't done it for a while, green is my comfort zone. I know some people will find that shocking because they will only think of neutrals as a comfort zone, but for me it's definitely green. I mean, look at that green, that just brings happiness, does it not? I am definitely planning to do some more lives on my channel in the upcoming weeks and months. I just really like the interaction with anybody that pops in, to be honest. I do have some regulars that will pop into my lives, especially my patrons. But it's nice to see other people pop in as well, people that I wouldn't usually get to speak to. Like I might see you in my comments and reply to you once in a while, but it's actually nice to have that interaction, and then I can ask your advice of what type of colours to pair together, what palettes to use, that type of thing. I do also need to do a live soon decluttering my lipstick, lip gloss collection. It's colossal. I can't find anything anymore. I need to throw a lot out, so yeah, need to plan that one. So I've just plopped that deep green called Lizard just all in the outer corner, and already that is making me super happy. And I'm just going to start to fluff on the edge without any extra product, just to start working on that blend. Is there anything new that's coming out that you would like me to review? I'd be really interested to know because nothing's really been speaking to me or screaming at me, to be honest. Maybe I'm just not paying attention to the new releases. I don't know what it is at the minute. Predominantly eyeshadow palettes. I mean, that is what I love the most, but I don't mind reviewing foundations if they're a matte foundation. So what I like to do is literally just pack on my deepest shade like this and kind of then just fluff it out and sort of bring it in this direction, because if you're just bringing it out or sort of down too far, it will make your eyes look droopier than they are. We want to give the effect of being really snatched and drawn up, so that's the kind of direction you want your brush to be going in. And I kind of do like to bring it to a point. I don't really like a fully rounded look on my eye shape. Not that I've actually found out if that suits me or not. I just do what I feel comfortable with and whatever I feel looks good on me. Okay, so that green is looking absolutely stunning. What are we going to go into next? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into Tiki, which is my favourite shade in this palette because it is a nice limey green. And I'm just going to continue that toward the inner corner. I could have done something a lot more blended and lots of different colours and more intricate, but today's makeup is just literally about feeling good, and this type of shade makes me feel good, you know? And I'm literally just packing this shade on. I'm not really blending. I have actually used more of a flat brush because I'm just packing. And I want it obviously leading into that deeper green. We might do a different colour on the lower lash line just to mix it up a tad. But I find with bright colours like this that it is best to press them on rather than to fully blend them in. I feel like they get the most opacity that way. But I will blend just on the very edges to make sure it is nice and blended out and not just a harsh line. I'm kind of just flicking my brush into that deeper green as well, just to merge them together a little bit. I didn't realise until I've just been looking at this palette now, but there's not actually that many mattes in this palette. There are a lot of satin looking shades, shimmers, and a handful of mattes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, because I think maybe all of the corals are either satin or a shimmer. I don't know, that could be a matte. Sky could be also a matte. I don't know. And I will just bring that Tiki shade just a little bit onto the edge of that deeper green, just so we can have a blend there between these two shades as well. And even if it's a summer look, I still do like to have a deeper shade, just because then there's still some depth in the look. So it's not one-dimensional looking on the eye. I find that really makes me happy. Although, if I was to do something without depth, it would be a full-on pastel look, because that can look really cute. Right, there we go. So far, 2 matte colours on the eye, feeling good, and I feel like maybe we could do the coral on the lower lash line, or should we do the blue? I don't know, I kind of feel like I want to do the blue. I might start out using some of the deeper blue matte on the lower lash line on the outer corner, and then go into the lighter blue matte called Dolphin, leading toward the inner corner. I'm going to start out with the Dolphin shade though, and just pack on this, like, considering I have powdered my under eye, it's not a tacky base, and it's not a white base, that blue is doing things, you know? I know it's looking crazy right now. It'll come together. Or not. And then a little bit of that deeper blue. I would also really appreciate if you could leave in the comments if you do like these types of videos that go back into older palettes, or you prefer tutorials. It would be great to know what kind of thing you want me to do next, colour-wise, or the type of look I do, like a halo eye type of situation, a smoky eye, a cut crease, or just generally what palette you want me to dive back into. I do have a very long eyeshadow palette collection video on my channel if you would like to see the palettes that are on offer for selection. And then I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush and blend out this blue. Yes, it's looking crazy and dramatic, but I don't care because I like crazy and dramatic. And I'm guessing you probably do as well if you're on my channel. Okay, so now we're looking fully colourful. We need to go in with some shimmers, and the green shimmer is called Fish. Doesn't that just make you happy? We also do have another green shimmer called Turtle, so I feel like we could use both. We could go from this one into this one, then maybe the blue shimmer called Shark on the lower lash line, just near the inner corner. Sounds like a plan. So starting out with that Fish shade, I have just loaded it on my brush and sprayed it, and I'm going to start plopping that all over the first half of the lid. Oh, that's lovely. Beautiful for summertime. And I'm just going to flick my brush in that direction and go upwards with it, just so that the shimmer just disperses and blends out to nothing, rather than having a really sharp line like a cut crease. Then I'll turn my brush over and go into the Turtle shade. And we're gonna connect. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, this is definitely bringing me a lot of joy. Then I'm just going to go back into a little bit of that first matte we started with, just to dab on the outer corner to make sure that where the shimmer meets the matte there's not a sharp line and it's more of a blend. Then we're going to go into Shark, and I'm definitely going to spray this because I don't want blue shimmer particles all over my face. Bright and colourful, just like I like it. Let me jump off and do some finishing touches. Maybe put a blue in the waterline, stick on some lashes, and then we'll come back and see the finished look. So I feel like a tropical bird and I'm very, very happy about it. I did go in my waterline with my Colourpop Prance eyeliner, and you know, it just brings it all together with the blue. I did stick on some just tiny little half lashes, nothing super dramatic. I think I just got these from Amazon. I really like it. It makes me feel very happy that I'm in my comfort zone. It was nice to go back to one of my favourite palettes. I feel like maybe it's a good idea to do a little series on my favourite palettes, and this could be like #1, and then I could revisit some of my other favourites and play with them again because they definitely don't get enough love. Obviously I use them off camera, but on camera as well would be nice because I know a lot of you guys have a similar collection to mine with the types of palettes that you like, especially the indie brands, so I can definitely dive back into those. So give me some suggestions of palettes or brands that you know I love that you want to see me use again, because I think that would be a cute little series, especially to slot in between when I'm reviewing new things. But let me know what you think of this look. Is this your comfort zone or is it totally out of your comfort zone? And like I say, I absolutely love that sort of pulled up look a little bit. It just makes my eyes look a little bit bigger and a little bit more in the direction that I would quite like them to be in. And I like that about eyeshadow, that it can create illusions and make your eyes look different shapes depending on what you decide to do with the eyeshadow. So guys, yeah, like I say, let me know what you think down below. Let me know your suggestions for upcoming palettes, and if there's anything new that's taken your fancy that you think I would enjoy reviewing. And I will leave it down below all of my socials and my link tree, as well as my Patreon group, which we now have a Discord, and my YouTube membership. And I think that that is everything. See you next time.